So I've actually been seeing a lot of One Piece content going around, talking about the top 10 pirate crews in One Piece. But when it comes to One Piece, I gotta tell you, there's way more than just the pirate crews. There's a whole bunch of different groups and organizations within the One Piece world that all have their own objective. So what I'm gonna do for you guys today is I'm gonna give you my top 10 most powerful pirate crews, groups, organizations. We're doing everything. So before we get into my top 10, I actually have a disclaimer for you guys. And that's actually going to be the Warlords. Now the Warlords are kind of a tough group to rank because obviously there's newer members, there's former members, then the Warlords actually got disbanded. So we have to take that into account as well. And we can also discuss the fact the Warlord system is actually run by the Marines. So if I'm bringing up the Marines as a group, I think it's only right that I have the Warlords in that bubble as well. At number 10, I'm going with the Big Mom Pirates. Listen to me. Big Mom has done an incredible job at running her entire family into her pirate crew. I mean, everybody in there is pretty much related to Big Mom. All of the top tier characters at least. Perospero, you have Katakuri, Smoothie, Cracker. All of the sweet generals are top tier except for the one that got bodied by Mad Monk, but we won't speak on him. What I want to discuss is that you have members like Oven and Daifuku that were even holding their own against people like Beji and other top tier members from the Supernovas. So obviously this is a top tier powerhouse of a crew. A lot of you guys may be asking, Rob, why do you have the Big Mom Pirates so low? And it's not that I'm disrespecting Big Mom, but I just think that there are so many different pirate crews. There's so many different organizations that have really left a staple in the One Piece series that actually have done more than Big Mom. Because the main problem I have with Big Mom when it comes to her pirate crew and what they represent and what they do, she has two blunders. It is the first blunder with not being able to get Fishman Island's territory until Whitebeard passed away. And then the second thing is that she tried to force a wedding so she can get German 66 power, so she can get Judge and everybody on her side. She can take over all of their assets, and it actually didn't even end up working out the way they wanted it to. So these are two problems that Big Mom has. Not saying she's not powerful. The Big Mom family, we give it up to them. The Charlotte family does their thing, but they're going to be towards the bottom of my list. At number 9, I'm actually going to go with a world government group here, and it's actually going to be Cipher Pol Aegis Zero. Guys, look at these members right now. I mean, we don't even know their names. We don't know what they've accomplished so far, but Nico Robin herself stated that when you see CP0, you run because something is up. Something in the air is off. We know that Rob Lucci, Kaku, Stussy, everybody from CP9 moved up in the world and now they are a part of CP0. But there's a bunch of CP0 members that we have not even met yet, which is why I have them at number 9 because we're not really sure how powerful they are, but I believe them to be really powerful because again, if you're talking about a group that answers directly to the world nobles, the celestial dragons, this is their top tier team right here. This is their beast. This is a special force that they send out to handle all of their missions. And I'm telling you right now, if you're seeing CP0 pull up to the Reverie, if you're seeing CP0 walking around in Dressrosa, you already saw that Stussy was at the whole cake wedding. Everywhere we go in the New World, you're seeing somebody from Cipher Pol Aegis Zero. You can't tell me they're not nice. You can't tell me they're not a top 10 crew in One Piece. Now someone may mention, how do you believe they're gonna beat the Big Mom family? I'm not saying they can or can't. All I'm saying is right now, there's over at least 5 members that we have not even seen throw a punch. We don't even know their names, their masks, we don't know what's going on. And I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt. I believe that they can really throw down. At number 8, we have one of the most legendary pirate crews of all time. And it's going to the Beast Pirates. Kaido's Beast Pirates, guys. Look, you have all of the lead performers that really are top tier. King, Queen, Jack has had some hiccups in the past. I think Jack is probably the only sleeper here, but there's something about Kaido and his recruiting process that we have to discuss. I mean, listen, Kaido drops out the sky, lands on Captain Kidd. Captain Kidd and his whole crew ends up, you know, they're either in prison or they're working for him. Hawkins ends up working with him. We know that X Drake is undercover, but he also is now part of the Toby Ropo. When you talk about the Beast Pirates, they have an incredible system of running the underworld trading that's going on right now with the Smile Devil Fruits, Kaido is literally building his army. Everybody that is around him, whether you're a gifter or anything like that, you're getting the Smile Devil Fruit, and he's trying to make an elite beast army to take over the world. So everybody that is around Kaido can throw hands. They're gonna have a Devil Fruit power of some sort. They're going to be able to hold their own against some top tier people. We can't say the same thing for Big Mom. Big Mom had some scrub people. Listen, Luffy was able to fight an entire army by himself pretty much when he pulled up on Whole Cake. Beast Pirates, it's a different situation. There's gifters. A lot of the scrubs in the Beast Pirates have Devil Fruit powers, so they're a step up above Big Mom's Pirates. I'm saying that right now. I'm having Kaido at 8. Alright, this one might shock the world, but I'm 10 toes down on this answer. I'm going with the Marines at number 7. I know my Marines fans are going crazy right now. How are the Marines not in the top 3? I will get to that later. Trust me. But right now, I'm looking at people in the Marines, and I'm going to say that they are at number 7. Now, again, why am I having the Marines so low? Well, listen, they just lost one of their biggest assets, which is the Warlord system. You mean to tell me you're going to get rid of Mihawk? Have you lost your mind? You got rid of the Warlord system. You lost Mihawk. If you had Mihawk, you would move up, because Mihawk himself is pretty much an entire group. You got rid of the world's greatest swordsman. So that is one blunder. The second thing is Aokiji is nowhere to be found. He is not a part of the Marines anymore. Him and Akainu fought, which we already know created Punk Hazard. So now that Kuzan is no longer part of the Marines, you bring on Fujitora, who's a great addition, but we have no idea how powerful Green Bull is. We have not seen Green Bull do anything yet. So again, depending on how powerful Green Bull is, because we already know Kizaru is a beast, if Green Bull is top tier, they may move up. They may move up, but if Green Bull can't box, if he's not really hanging on Fujitora's level or anything like that, and you can easily see that he is the weakest admiral, I don't think the Marines are really that scary. I don't think they're that scary. Obviously, Akainu, I believe, is Yonko level, or at least the closest one in the Marines to it. A lot of people out there believe that the admirals are equal to the Yonko, and obviously this is a highly controversial topic within the One Piece community. I am not on that side of that argument, but I will say that the reason why I have the Marines so low is because they got rid of Mihawk. You don't get rid of Mihawk and stay in the top 5 groups of One Piece. That just makes absolutely no sense. At number 6, I actually have a very interesting pick for y'all, and a lot of you guys probably didn't even see this coming, but I'm saying it anyway. We are going with the Revolutionary Army. Yes, I have the Revolutionary Army stronger than the Marines. I have them over the Marines. Now, I know everybody is going to say, how could you put the Revolutionary Army over the Marines? Well, my biggest thing is that I believe in Dragon. I'm telling you right now, I believe Dragon is in the top 3 strongest One Piece characters alive. I just have to go with that based on him having the highest bounty. He's the most wanted. Obviously, people may say, well, him having the highest bounty is only because he's the biggest threat to the world. But again, a Monkey D. Dragon can't pull off all of the things that he's pulled off and not be able to box on an elite level. There's just no, it wouldn't make sense for the One Piece story for Monkey D. Dragon to not be powerful at all. And we see that Sabo, as his right-hand man, is a master of hockey. He's a master of fisherman karate. He's a beast. He goes crazy, and now he has Ace's Devil Fruit. And Sabo even has his own set of commanders underneath his leadership. You're talking about Bello Betty, Karasu, Lindbergh, Morley, all of these people. There is a system in the Revolutionary Army that even makes Blackbeard feel like he has to go out of his way to throw hands or to try to sabotage their system. But it doesn't matter, because again, the Revolutionary Army has figured it out. They're always a step ahead. Listen, Dragon has allies all around the world. Ivankov is obviously a top commander within the Revolutionary Army. Kuma was at one point, but we already know he's no longer. I can't get into it. But Koala is there. Hack is there, obviously teaching people fisherman karate. They can really get busy. I believe that they pose a big threat to the Marines, especially because they just lost the Warlords. And I think that Dragon can beat Akainu. And obviously we have not seen Dragon throw one punch, we haven't said anything like that, but in One Piece you have to read in between the lines, and I think that we've seen certain things from Oda that kind of hints to us that Monkey D. Dragon is not somebody to be slept on. Y'all can sleep on him if you want to. I'm not one of them. Listen, y'all not gonna catch me. Monkey D. Dragon can go crazy. Trust me. At number 5, we're going with another pirate crew, y'all. And it is going to be Shanks and the Red Hair Pirates. Now, let's take a look. Yasopp is there. Usopp's father. We already know that Usopp unlocked observation haki, so one could say that Yasopp is on the top tier snipers list in One Piece. Ben Beckman is there. We already saw what happened to Kizaru during the war when Ben Beckman was holding his gun out. Kizaru pretty much said, listen, I want no smoke. And that's all we needed to see. Now, a lot of people like to mention that Kizaru didn't really care because he still ended up pursuing them after Ben Beckman and that whole little altercation happened. But I don't think that should be counted as a stain towards Ben Beckman's legacy, because we also have to understand the fact that Shanks and the Red Hair Pirates ended an entire war. What don't y'all understand about this? A lot of people are hating on the Shanks crew, they're hating on the Red Hair Pirates, and I don't understand it. Listen, Blackbeard and the Marines, two factions that obviously had different goals in the Marineford War, had a chance to pull up on Shanks. They chose not to do. You have Kaido in the manga on his way to Marineford. Shanks apparently stops him. We don't know what happened. Everybody's speculating, but I'm telling you right now, for as hard-headed as we know Kaido to be, you don't think Shanks had to use a little muscle to stop him? The same Shanks that walked onto Whitebeard's ship was knocking out all of the little scrubs that he had on his crew and pulled up on him and clashed weapons and split the entire sky. Shanks is not a regular guy. I'm telling you right now, Shanks is a dog. I'm putting his crew in my top 5 of the best groups in One Piece, and I think it just speaks for itself. I don't really need to say much more. Take a look at who he has on his crew, take a look at what they were able to do at the Marineford War. That's it. All right, so now we're going into some GOAT status groups here. I'm going with the Whitebeard Pirates. Edward Newgate has demonstrated what it means to be Pirate King level. Yes, Pirate King level. If we remember Doflamingo's words correctly, he stated that Whitebeard had the opportunity to take the role of the Pirate King after Goldie Roger passed away. If we look at the flashback between Whitebeard and Roger, Roger offered up his seat before he passed away. Whitebeard turned this offer down because he cared more about having a family than chasing the status of the Pirate King. Well, let's take a look at this great family that he speaks of. Marco is a top tier beast. He's a dog. Obviously, he has a mythical Zoan type. He's a phoenix. He can heal. He can go crazy. Ace, may he rest in peace, was no scrub. He was obviously the 2nd Division commander. Thatch was there as well, RIP, because we already know what Blackbeard did to him to get the dark fruit. We know what happened. But again, Flower Blade Vista was holding his own against Mihawk, who is the world's strongest swordsman. Now, some people may say Mihawk wasn't going all out, but we could also say that Vista wasn't going all out. And I'm not saying that Vista can beat Mihawk, but the fact that he was able to hold his own while smiling, laughing, having a good time, hee hee ha ha, just says to me that Whitebeard does not have scrubs on his crew. Diamond Jozu, we already know what he was doing, was bodying Crocodile. One hit KO, pretty much what it looked like. He is also not a scrub. There are top tier division commanders on Whitebeard's crew, and obviously sitting at the top of them is the Pirate King level Whitebeard. He was on that level. So again, I believe this crew is easily top 4. Easily. You can even make a case for top 3, but we'll see about that. Because at number 3, I'm going with Roger and the Roger Pirates. Come on. Listen to me. Listen to me. I'm gonna hold off on Roger for 2 seconds. Silver's Rayleigh, the Dark King. What do we know about Rayleigh? Rayleigh in his old age was boxing with Kizaru. Rayleigh in his old age taught Luffy how to use haki. Luffy is now mentioned in the newspaper as the 5th Yonko, according to Morgans. Who can we credit that for during the time skip? Rayleigh. Rayleigh is also a person that in his prime stopped Marco's attack with a finger. Rayleigh is no scrub. He's a beast, and this is Roger's right-hand man. We're not even talking about Roger yet. Scopper Gaban is another person we need to mention. that's a part of Roger's crew that obviously at one moment in time was ready to challenge Odin alongside Rayleigh, but Roger stepped in. And let's just talk about what Roger did here in this instance. I mean, Roger himself took one hit from his sword and sent Odin through the forest, hitting multiple trees. Odin was getting blown back so far he couldn't even come back into the scene. Whitebeard himself actually had to step in, and let's talk about this. The Conqueror's Haki of Roger is on such an elite level that he couldn't even touch weapons with Whitebeard. Just the Haki alone clash, causing the island to pretty much almost blow up. These are the power levels that we are mentioning when we talk about GOATs like Roger and Whitebeard. Roger doesn't even need a devil fruit. Just give me Haki and a sword. I'm good. I'm goated. Of course he's top 3. At number 2, I'm going back to the world government. I'm going to the very top of the world government. I'm looking at the Gorosei and Im. Guys, I know this is not an easy pill to swallow, but I'm telling you, there's no way that the Gorosei can't box. There's no way that the Gorosei don't know how to fight. There's no way they would talk to Akainu in a certain tone if they did not think they had power that can shut Akainu up. There's no way that Im sits upon the sacred throne of One Piece, slashes up papers of Shirahoshi, Blackbeard, Luffy. Obviously people are bringing this back to maybe he's talking about the will of D, maybe Im is referring to the ancient weapons, maybe Im has a problem with how the world is running and he wants to get rid of these 3 characters altogether. But let's understand this. There's no way that the Gorosei can't box. There's just no way that they can't fight. I can't understand that. I can't see a way how they don't know how to fight. Obviously, one of the Gorosei members wields a long sword. There has to be some power level in there. I just believe that this group is just ridiculously powerful. And if we don't even want to talk about the combat strength, obviously we could talk about their political power. I mean, obviously they run things. They run the world. Im is pretty much the leader of the world right now, just running it from behind the scenes, behind the curtains. So until we get to see a little bit more, this is more of a theory ranking right now. It's not solidified, but this is just how powerful I believe the Gorosei and Im to be together as a group. And at number 1, I'm going with the greatest pirate group of all time, the Rocks Pirates. Of course I'm going with, look at this. Look at the lineup, y'all. Y'all see the lineup? Shiki, Kaido, Big Mom, Rocks, Whitebeard, Captain John. I mean, everybody. Look at this type of craziness that we have going on. Now, I know I already know what you guys are going to say. You guys right now are saying, well, Roger and Garp beat the Rocks Pirates, and you have Roger Pirates below. Listen, I've stated before, I don't believe it was just Roger and Garp alone. I believe the Roger Pirates need to be there. I believe, obviously, that Garp needs to be there and a couple other Marines to really handle a force this cheese. I mean, look at this lineup. This literally is the most cheese thing that I've ever seen in the One Piece world. Look at this. Who can stop this by themselves as a pirate group? There's no way. You're going to have to form an alliance to be a pirate crew of this magnitude, and that's exactly what Roger did. He teamed up with the Marines. He had to. He teamed up with Garp, and he got the job done. So again, hats off to the Rocks Pirates. They are the strongest group in all of One Piece. Now you guys let me know down in the comment section below, what are your top 10 groups in One Piece? How would you rank them? I need to see something. Obviously, I was going off of the anime only, and obviously everything is subject to change because Oda's always introducing new characters, new ideas, new things that are going on. I stated my case for the Marines. I stated my case for the Gorosei. You guys also let me know down in the comment section below how you guys feel about that, because I know those were 2 kind of oddball picks. But thanks for watching, and thanks for supporting the channel for this long. And guess what, guys? We are almost at 100,000 subscribers. I can't even believe that. That's just ridiculous. So let's keep going. And with that, I'll see you next time. Peace.